This is a big one, the Manchester derby, and an opportunity for Ruben Amorim to gain some serious momentum. Pep Guardiola and City are wounded right now, and I hope United can compound their misery. The opportunity is there, but United have to be so much better. It's time to step up. Let's run through all the team news and predictions for what is a massive game, and one I can't wait to watch. There is some big game energy going into this derby on Sunday against City. An opportunity for United, a necessity for City, and a kind of different feeling for both teams going into it. I'm going to run through my starting 11, all the team news, all the comments from Amorim, all the question marks I think we've got about the starting 11 and how the game is going to go. And you're going to let me know your match predictions in the comments. And if you can, drop a like on the video. If only for the fact that today, for the first time, going to be having a United People's TV Christmas party. Meeting some of the lads, really looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to this game on Sunday, man. Because, look, Amorim, in his last Champions League game for Sporting, spanked Guardiola's City. Absolutely played them off the park physically. Now, United aren't going to do that on Sunday, and we absolutely are aware of that. But even in the game, the last time United played City in a competitive fixture was the FA Cup final before that. And we dominated them there as well. And I love that photo. I don't count the Community Shield as a competitive game, but even in that game, United were competitive. We lost on penalties, sure, but we didn't get played off the park. And the kind of shift has hopefully started, because so often, and it's pissed me off, going into these games, you've just been fearful of getting pumped, and invariably it's happened a lot of the times. That needs to shift, and that's what I really hope happens on Sunday. All right? Amorim said he's got pretty much a full squad. I don't think Luke Shaw's fit, so I'm guessing he's just ignored him, unless Luke Shaw is actually available, which I don't think he particularly is. But I thought this comment from Amorim is important. Let's not talk about City and the fact that they've, lost 7 in the last 10 and Guardiola's scratching his head off. He's more focused on United and United's problems, because there are a lot of issues. That win against Pleasant, was it perfect? No. The first 60 were awful, but we won the game. Game before that, we lost against Forest. Some horrible individual errors. And the game before that, we lost against Arsenal. So we're hardly flying right now, but at least we won. And going into the game, let's take a look at the starting 11 from Pleasant and speak about the changes I think that will happen. And there will be some changes. Now, there won't be a change in goal. I hope there's a change in how Onana plays in the game. Amorim speaking about Onana here, saying, look, we as a collective corrected the mistake from Onana. I didn't say that verbatim, but it's basically what he's saying. As a team, we won against Pleasant. And as a team, we didn't against Forest. But also, Onana's helped us before. I would just say for Onana, for anybody else in this game, just do not make any individual mistakes on that level. Please. If we're going to lose this game to City, I want it to be because they've simply outplayed us and we couldn't do anything. No more balls ups like we've had in the last couple of games. In terms of defence, right? Who do you think is going to start? Because De Ligt and Martinez both started the last game. And I think both of them will start this game as well. I would actually keep them there, right? If I go back to this, we've got Martinez. I think he'll start left centre-back. De Ligt as a central centre-back. But this is where I'll show you what I think, all right? And I don't know whether this is going to happen or not. I think it all kind of depends around Delo. Because one man I'm definitely getting in this starting 11 is Lenny Yoro. All right? Rested against Victoria Pleasant. I think he'll be fit to start this game. I think that's why he was rested. And I think he will definitely come in at right-sided centre-back. So that pushes Mazraoui out of position. Now, on paper, Mazraoui can, of course, play right wing-back or left wing-back. I'm kind of torn as to what I think the setup will be. And in part, I think a lot of it revolves around this man. Ahmad played 90 minutes against Victoria Pleasant. And the way that Amorim has managed his games and his team so far is he's rested him in the next game. I don't honestly think, and this is, I don't think he can afford to rest Ahmad because of how creative he is in a team which lacks a lot of creativity. I think the question mark is whether you play Ahmad again in the right attacking midfield position where he played against Pleasant, or you put him back in the right wing-back position. And then you've got question marks about, not Yoro, but is Malacia fit to start? And would he start on the left-hand side to have that shape and the left foot on the left wing-back position? I don't know, right? My prediction is probably going to be this. I think Mazraoui starts as right wing back. I think probably Dalot starts as left wing back. And I think Ahmad starts further up. So my back five would be Mazraoui, Yoro, De Ligt, Martinez, and Dalot. But as I said, this one's quite hard to call because I don't know what he's going to be doing with that left side. I know. Well, I don't know. I think Ahmad should play further up. It depends whether Malassi is fit to start. You can let me know what you think. But for me, that's the back five. Mazraoui and Dalot as the wing backs. And moving on to midfield, right? Ugarte is a sure thing. Ugarte was rested from the start. He'll come in for Casemiro. I think that one feels very straightforward to me. The question mark is his midfield partner. And the question mark is Kobbie Mainoo fit to start this game? Because Kobbie Mainoo, let's be totally honest, still looks like he's finding his rhythm. He's finding his fitness. He's finding his match sharpness. It's still not the Kobbie that broke through last season. I think there's lingering fitness issues, confidence issues. Don't know what it is. If Kobbie is fit to start, and bear in mind, we go back to what Amorim said here, saying, look, everyone's fit and ready. So by that measure, I'm bringing Mainoo back into this starting 11. I think it'll probably be the other side. I think Ugarte will be that side and Mainoo that side. And that would be my midfield too. Now, of course, we're a player over up front. I know full well I'm not playing. So I'll put Bruno on the bench for now. But yeah, spoiler alert, Bruno's not going to stay there. So a back five there and a midfield two of Ugarte and Mainoo. And then we move to where Bruno's going to play. And this, it feels pretty obvious to me on paper. But let's find out about it. Rashford has no chance of starting this game. The way that he's playing right now. I just don't think so. And our two most creative players are Bruno and Ahmad. So in my opinion, it's quite simple. You have to get them closer to the opposition's goal. Bruno, sure, he can play in one of those central midfield positions. Sure. But you want him close to the opposition's goal. Get Bruno and Ahmad further up and closer to the man who's making a difference right now. Hojlund. Of course, Hojlund comes into this starting 11. Now, you could correctly say, well, hold on, Sam. One player I kind of think that could get a start here is Mason Mount because he was impressive when he came off the bench, and he was. I actually think all of United subs are pretty good. But Mount and Hojlund in particular, and Anthony as well, to give him credit, made a real difference. Now, the only way really that Mount gets in is if Ahmad is pushed back to the right wing-back position and Mazraoui is probably put at left wing-back. That could happen in theory. And it wouldn't surprise me. So that may well happen. But one man who's definitely starting is this man. Get the ball towards Hojlund. It's very simple. All right? That starting 11, would I be confident they're going to win? I don't know. My prediction for this game, all right? I'm going for a sneaky 2-1. Oh, just please. As I said, this game is bigger for City than it is for United. If we win, it's a massive momentum shift, massive momentum boost for the beginning for Amorim. If City lose, then having lost 7 out of their last 10, it just really it buries them even more. So I think the two teams are going into the game with different sort of circumstances and different pressures. And there is pressure on both teams. There's always pressure on every Premier League team. And it's a derby. There will always be pressure. What's your prediction, though? Let me know in the comments. I'm going for a 2-1 to United, and I hope I'm right. And that is my team. Yoro, De Ligt and Martinez is the back three. Dalot and Mazraoui as the wing backs. Ugarte and Mainoo in midfield, with Ahmad, Bruno and Hojlund as the three up front. And they are the three that are going to create and score goals for us. And that's why I want all three of them as close to the opposition box as possible. Let me know what you think in the comments.